Flight controllers. Give me a go, no go for launch. Booster.
Go.
Retro.
Go.
Vital.
We're go fly.
Tell mute.
Oh, yeah. Hey, guys, this is Michael Rooker here from Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 1 and Volume 2. And you're listening to Your Nerd Side.
Welcome to Comic-Con,
where once a year, sci-fi buffs take their lips off the barrel of a loaded gun and spend half a day adjusting their eyes to sunlight.
You want to see a comic book with pregnant zombie nuns?
You psychotic nerd!
Dude, what a bunch of freaking nerdos.
Good to see I'm white and nerdy. Look at me, I'm white and nerdy.
I'm a nerd, too.
Your personality needs some work.
You're not part of the popular clique.
But I was kind of a lonely nerd in high school.
I started a quilt. I did yoga twice a week. I wore flip-flops in public.
I like to roll with the gangsters. Although it's apparent I'm too white and nerdy. I'm just too white and nerdy. I'm just too white and nerdy. Look at me, I'm white.
Hi, this is Ross Marquand, and you are listening to Your Nerd Side. This is Your Nerd Side. You found it. Oh, sorry. Oh, gotcha. This is Your Nerd Side. You found it. I'm Ross Marquand, and you're inside Your Nerd Side on TuneIn. Hi, this is Ross Marquand. Fonseca and the crew are on your... Oh, let me try that again. Hi, this is Ross Marquand. Fonseca and the crew are on your side. Oh, I gotta say on your nerd side. Hi, this is Ross Marquand. Fonseca and the crew are on your nerd side.
So it's another week and another show. It's your nerd side, a side of you we all seem to have. We act cool, we act we don't like it, but everybody does it. What am I talking about? You like something. You might listen to old vinyl records. It's kind of nerdy, or collect stamps. It's kind of nerdy, but it's cool because you do it and you love it. And there's always a click for everybody. If you do Legos, we're going to get into that too. I got a show to do on Legos because I got a great interview. Some individuals who are the king of Legos. But we'll talk about that later. First, I want to get into... I didn't get to finish this. Infinite War, we talked about last week, and we're still going strong with this. And and our next show we're going to be doing, I cannot forget this, we're going to be doing our show live from Disneyland for the 4th, the May 4th.
May the Force be with you.
Yeah, we're going to do it there. It's going to be awesome. We're going to be there from, 6 o'clock to 3 o'clock in the morning as Disneyland releases all its new Star Wars stuff for, well, the Han Solo movie.
Didn't you go to Star Wars Land already? You saw some preview of it?
I saw some of it, but it wasn't built. It was all like in skeletons and pieces of junk and all that stuff. It's not done yet. We've got a week.
I don't think Disneyland wants you to call it junk.
Okay, I'm going to beep this out. I'm not going to tell anything, but they are 2 years behind schedule. And they're rushing everything as fast as possible.
Don't forget, remember, Disneyland powered out one day because they don't even have enough electricity for the whole park.
All right, let's talk about the Infinite War before we get into anything. And we'll talk about our little excursion to Disneyland next week. You'll love this. But first, Iron Spider announced, and I got to admit this, for Avengers Infinite War, Spider-Man's outfit was amazing. Just so cool. I don't know. I need to see this technology because they fit so much into that little thing he put on his chest. It's only about... How big is it? Is it about big as your hand? How did they get a whole suit in there with arms that retract out and all that stuff?
Well, you're talking about Iron Man or Spider-Man?
Spider-Man. So wherever he goes.
Well, Spider-Man, you should be more... Iron Man more impressed because of the nanotechnology. That's what it is. So for those kids thinking about what to major in, nanotechnology... It's a real thing. It's not a fake thing. It's just emerging. But what do you think about the different coloration of the Iron Spider-Man suit compared to the comic book?
I like it.
You like it better?
No.
Yeah.
If you're going to pick a costume for me, come on. What costume do I love most from Spider-Man?
Oh, the traditional one.
Nope.
Not the one from the clones.
No, the black. I love.
Oh, the black one. Yeah. Try his Aaron's buddy of buddies. He bought him a picture frame. Try it. You got one a little bit cheap on the frame, trying to get rid of it. And he has the
symbiote.
The symbiote. And that is a cool one on there.
When it was 1985.
Yes.
And the Secret Wars came out, and he put his hand in it, and he got that little ball and went up there, and his whole outfit turned to black. I was like, that is the freaking coolest thing in the world.
I know, and a terrible movie that followed it. But one of the things is that was really, that I appreciated, in the comic books for the Iron Spider-Man suit, it really felt more like an Iron Man suit in the sense of, because it had more of that red, that more boisterous color that represent more Tony, and Tony was using him more as his pet.
Yeah.
But in the comic books, that's my opinion. But in the movie, it really was Peter Parker still there, but just getting more assistance. And that's where we talked about in the last show of it being more like a father-son relationship versus like, you're my pet, you're going to do what I need to do.
That is the same outfit he offered to him when he asked him to join the Avengers at the end.
Yes, the exact same one. So that's why when
he
did call on Friday to go blast that up because the goal was for him to bring it back. But because Peter Parker being Peter Parker was smart enough to use that suit to go back in because Peter Parker saves the day. I mean, he's one of the most selfless, besides Captain America, characters that's out there. Like, he doesn't second guess putting himself in front of other people.
Here's my little say.
Yes, sir.
Here's my little
my God, you should see his
soapbox.
facial expression. His like head like twisted like
Here's
twice
my
saying that.
soapbox. When somebody has something done to them or committed to them or something happens, they pick up this persona. Captain America was a wimp that was picked on all his life and wanted to help defend people.
Yes.
He said it exactly in the first war. He goes, I don't want to beat up anybody. I just don't like bullies, and I want to defend the right. Peter Parker's was a good kid because he was raised by his parents, lost both his parents, but his Aunt May and Uncle Ben died, and now he wants to do right.
Because of bad decision. That's why I tell you guys, you have to make good decisions out there.
Learn something. All right. That's my soapbox. Now I can stop the music now. Arthur and Spider announced for PlayStation 4. Oh, this is so cool. And it's not cool for me because I have the Xbox One. But if you want to try out the outfit, he has the arms that come out of the back. You do the whole 9 yards.
You look like the spider.
Yeah, you look like a spider.
Like a spider.
Everything can do it. And this is being released on September 7th. If you want to take a look at this new video game, God, it looks
And it's
awesome.
on YouTube, too. So I would actually recommend that you YouTube.
No, just go to Your Nerd Side and search Iron Spider
YouTube
now.
through www.yournerdside.com. Of course I said that.
All right. We didn't get to talk about this last week, and I wanted to, and it was the end of the Infinite War. We didn't talk about it. So
meaning stay to the very, 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 very end of the movie, and you'll see what we're talking about.
I'm talking about they continue with their little cliffhanger, and this is a spoiler if you haven't seen it, but as of now, if you haven't seen it, that there's some serious issues. You're not a true fan, or you're just waiting for it to be on television, or you're trying to bootleg it on some website or something.
That's right.
It is Nick Cage is with his cohorts, and they're driving, and he gets out because he sees panic start happening. Helicopter crashes, things are going on. He goes, what's going on? He goes, call home base and said, code red because something's going on. Somebody's getting attacked or something. But as she's doing it, she disappears, and everybody starts disappearing, and he's all disappearing. And, of course, he does his cussing thing. He goes, what the and he disappears, but he pushes a little beeper that looks a little...
Don't forget the little F word.
Yeah, what
out.
and he beeps it out. He pushes a little trigger off, a little, like, pager that looks like it's from the 90s. And as it's calling out... Lo and behold, it falls on the floor because he disappears because, Thanos killed everybody. Mm-hmm. What appears? But the Captain Marvel logo.
Yes.
Which they had to fight really hard for to get because Captain Marvel wanted to get it from DC, but the DC one sucks. Captain Marvel, Shazam,
no, that's true.
Piece of junk. Our Captain Marvel, very, very good.
And also is it the first female-led Marvel movie coming out? Or I heard it's the first one in 20 years, but I can't find what it was the one that was 20 years ago that was the first female
movie?
Marvel.
I think this is it. This is the first female.
There was a citation for it. I'm like, what are you talking about?
They're really, and this is to let you know. So
Supergirl's DC.
The Infinite War leads into the next movie, which is going to be Captain Marvel, which Captain Marvel is set in a time of the 1990s.
That's right.
And they're going to airbrush Nick Cage to make him Nick Cage. I always call him. Why do I call him Nick Cage?
Why are you into Nick Cage? Let him go.
Samuel Jackson.
He's in Vegas drinking somewhere right now.
They're going to airbrush Samuel Jackson,
and he's going to have how many eyes?
He's going to have 2.
That's right.
And your boy Agent Coulson's back too.
Oh,
he's back, younger with thicker hair, and they're going to.
We all need that help right now.
So we're going to see about this.
And don't forget the main character, Oscar winning.
Is it Kelly Sue DeConnick, or she's the writer?
You're talking about Brie Larson, who won an Oscar for The Room.
Oh, that's right. But Nicole
who is
Perlman,
Captain Marvel?
Yeah.
Are you talking about who the director? Who is a female director? So they're going through.
Nicole Perlman wrote the first Captain Marvel, and she is previously known for changing the original because of DC's Green Lantern. She worked on that a little bit, so they kind of changed it a little bit. They were scared of her. And then Kelly Sue DeConnick did a great story on it. She's directing it and working with it too.
Yeah.
I just want to throw that out there. It is the first female-run movie, but we're going to find out why Nick Cage... God, why did I do that again?
What's the name? No, the directors. There's two. The directors who are labeled is. I know you keep saying that, but it's Anna Boden and Ryan Fleck are the directors.
I'm sorry, the writers.
Which will be interesting why they have two, because the history of superhero movies, unless they're a brother team, usually haven't gone well. So I don't know why. What do you know about the background? Like why it was Ryan and now it's. And Bowden doing it?
No, and I don't want to know because then I'm going to get scared. The movie's
like Han Solo. You're so scared about Han Solo.
I'm so scared about Han Solo. I'm so scared. So obviously, we're going to find out what happens. The end of Infinite War, the cliffhanger or the bonus feature is going to tie into Captain Marvel because they're calling her back because they need her help.
They do.
Yeah. So
but you're going to go see Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Ant-Man
afterwards, that'll be coming out this summer.
They tie
and
into.
Then after that, then you're going to go and see Captain Marvel. And they already have some pretty good pictures, really great reviews. And I'm really surprised. Who is the guy I'm really excited about seeing? And I bet you can't tell who's in it.
The British guy. What's his name?
Jude Law.
Jude Law.
Talk about someone struggling to keep their hair. But still looks amazing.
He's playing the original Captain Marvel, and then she takes over him, kind of like the Green Lantern thing. And then also Jude Law is playing. He's playing in the new Harry Potter movie.
I know, and he looks amazing.
It's not Harry Potter anymore.
No.
That's Have It. That's the what is it called? The new
Beast.
Magical World.
No. Fantastic Beast.
Fantastic Beast Part 2.
Yeah. So basically,
he plays what's his name? Gundeldorf.
Yeah, but Jude Law is Walter Lawson. He's Marvel.
Marvel. He's Captain Marvel.
Well, they have it as Marvel.
Oh, then I guess
she
turns as a Captain Marvel.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Do you have your facts straight?
What? Dude, you got to understand, a lot of this stuff is hearsay, this say. I just get the news given to me.
You mean you didn't read the comic book?
No, I've never read
Captain
Captain
male lead. He's the male lead in that. Yeah, he does act as a mentor.
Then you're right. This isn't the first female lead movie because, again, a woman isn't in lead. Then,
well, they're both leading it.
Well,
right?
That's not right. They let Wonder Woman lead. Why can't she lead? Or she lead?
Well, think of him, but not with the as his Captain Rogers. Right?
Yeah. All right, Captain Marvel. We're gonna see it in the box office when it comes out.
How excited are you about it?
Actually, I'm a little excited about that movie. I really cannot wait to see it. I want to see how it turns out, what's going to happen, and how it ties in. I really am.
I know. And, one thing we should mention to everybody is that in case you don't know too much about Captain Marvel, right? And Captain Marvel is not that other character in the DC world. Basically, Captain Marvel, like Aaron Fonseca says, in the 1990s, but Carl Danvers was originally as an Air Force pilot who gains superpowers after an accident fuses her DNA with that of a powerful Kree, a warrior. Okay,
well, I know the Krolls. Is it the Krolls?
Kree.
But who are the ones that changed? Remember the green guys that changed? The Krolls? The Skrulls. The Skrulls. Mm-hmm. Those are the bad guys they're going to be fighting in this movie. So we'll see more of them. All right, let's get into a quick interview. We're going to come back, and I've got a list.
Wait, who are we interviewing?
I was just going to say it.
Sorry.
Let me just...
I'm just so excited. I just want to know.
We're going to go back to the 1950s. That's what we're going to do. So let's get into a quick interview. We're going to go back to the 50s, and then we're going to come back and talk about movies that are coming out to Disney. Yeah, Disney's releasing these movies. But first, let's talk to a person by the name of Jerry Mathers from the TV show Leave It to Beaver. What's he up to? And sitting next to him was his his counterpart and brother, his older brother, Tony Dow. But let's get into Jerry Mathers first.
Hi, this is Alan Oppenheimer, and you are listening to your Nerd Side.
To the Idiot Mobile.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
You sound so good, and we are rolling tape.